I want to do a Bible reading, which is on my phone. So it's, I forgot to look in the Pew Bibles to see which page it is, but it's Exodus 20. And if you want to just follow with me, that's fine, because I've missed some verses out. So it's a shortened version of Exodus 20. So when I jump to verses, different verses, I'll tell you the number, okay? Can somebody tell me what page that was on? 77. Exodus 20 is on page 77. And God spoke these words, I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. 3. You shall have no other gods before me. 4. You shall not make for yourself an image. 5. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I am the Lord your God. 7. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 9. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but on the seventh day it's a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work. 12. Honor your father and your mother, that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. 13. Do not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. 17. You shall not covet your neighbor's house, nor anything that belongs to your neighbor. Here ends our reading from God's Holy Scriptures. Thanks be to God for His word to us today. Okay, you ready, everybody? Hey! Hi, Dave, how's it going? Yeah, I'm great. And do you know where you are? No? Well, I'll tell you. Well, I've never been here before. No, this is St. Paul's, Barton. Woo! It's big. Yeah. But what do you think of the people? Yeah, they look quite friendly. Oh, that's good. Well, that's a good start. So, you're all dressed up like, what's that all about? Wait! What do you mean? England! What are you shouting England for? Well, it's the World Cup. Yeah? And is that special? Yeah. It's the quarterfinals. Right? And are England playing? You daft thing. Of course they're playing. They've got through to the quarterfinals. And who do they play? Nigeria. Oh. And are Nigeria any good? Careful. Are Nigeria any good? Yeah. They've got through to the quarterfinals. And they're playing England. Yeah. And who's going to win? England. So how are they going to do that? Well, we're just going to kick them off the park. What? You're going to kick them off the park? Yeah. Rough them up a bit. Oh, dear. That's not the rules of the game. Yeah, but that's how we can score the goals. No, that's not. You've got to play by the rules of the game. That's what a referee's there for. Yeah, but a little bit of hard stuff does no harm. No. Listen, let me make a suggestion to you. Okay. Let's imagine that we have a football game and there's no rules, no referee, no nothing. There's just 90 minutes and you can just do what you like. You can't do that. Why not? Well, the big ones would just kick the little ones like me. So do you get my point? You have to have rules. Yeah, you have to have rules. So you see what I mean? Yeah. And like in life, God says we have to have rules as well. Yeah, like the 10 Commandments. Yeah, like the 10 Commandments. And the rules aren't just there to be a burden. Rules are there to set us free so that we can live lives in a way that's pleasing to God. Yeah, that's right. And so you know about the 10 Commandments? Yeah. Well, all of them. Yeah. Well, you know them. Yeah. And how do you know that? Well, you just need to count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there. So what good's that? Well, you look at the number and say what you see. You look at the number and say what you see. Okay, so what's number 1? Well, number 1, there's only one God. And you worship him with all your heart. Number 1, there's only one God. Worship him with all your heart. What about 2? Well, you can't have 2. You can't have a false God. You can't worship a false God. You can't have 2. So you can't have 2, number 2. What about number 3? Well, there's 3 names. God, Jesus, and Holy Moly. That you can't swear. You can't swear God, Jesus, or Holy Moly. I'm not so sure about Holy Moly, but holy anything. But so those are words that you can't say, but people do that, don't they? Yeah, they do. And it's swearing, and that's breaking which? Number 3. Yeah, 3. And so those are those 3 names. That's good. What about 4? Well, say what you see. Well, I'm seeing 4. Well, it looks like a chair, a wonky chair. Okay, so why is that good? Well, sit on it. You can have a rest. It's a Sabbath rest. Okay, so the wonky chair is number 4. You have a rest because it's the Sabbath. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. Number 4. That's great. What about 5? Well, 5 minutes peace. What's 5 minutes peace? I don't get that. 5 minutes peace? Yeah, you have to give your parents 5 minutes peace. Parents are going to like that one. Yeah, that's a good one. And so, honor your father and mother. Yeah, I just said that. So, 5 minutes peace, okay? What about 6? Well, can we hurry up because there's some people in the back row starting to fall asleep. Okay. So, what's number 6? 6 looks like a hangman's noose. So, it's a warning. Don't murder. So don't kill. Number 6 looks like a hangman's noose. What about 7? 7 is for adulties. Adulties. Okay. So, what is it? What's 7? Well, suppose you look at what you see. So that's number 7. 7-year itch. So, and is that an adult thing? Do you know what that means? No. So you don't know what it means, but you know it's about 7-year itch. And what do we do? Don't scratch it. Okay? So, don't scratch it, and you don't know what you mean. No, it's for adults. Okay, so that's for adults. I think that means don't commit adultery. Yeah, I just said that. Okay. What about 8? Well, 8 looks like handcuffs, doesn't it? Well, kind of. Twist them around, yeah. And so what? Well, if you steal, you get put in handcuffs. So you must not steal, number 8. Yeah. What about 9? Well, 9 is a funny one. Oh, why is 9 a funny one? Because 9 looks like 6. Yeah, upside down. But that's a lie. 9 looks like 9. So 9 looks like 6, but that's a lie. 9 looks like 9, so you mustn't lie. Is that right? Yeah, well done. Okay, so you must not bear false witness, I think, is what the Bible says. Yeah, I just said that. Okay. So what about 10? We've got all the way. Well, the 10 is 2 people. What do you mean the 10 is 2 people? A large one and a skinny one. Okay. And what's special about them? They're jealous. Ah, okay, tell me why. Well, the large one looks at the skinny one and wants to be small, and the skinny one looks at the large one and wants to be bigger. Ah, and that's jealous. Ah, so the Bible says you mustn't covet. Yeah, I just said that. So that's all 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's good. You do know them. Yeah, I told you. And do you think anybody's learned? So we have a quiz. Yeah. And, okay, what number shall we ask somebody? Okay, what about 5? Anybody remember what 5 is? Oh, you looked up at the screen there. Anybody not looking at the screen remember what 5 is? Yeah? Was it?
Honor your father and mother.
And why is it 5? Can you remember the clue? 5.
Give your parents 5 minutes.
5 minutes peace. Was that right? Yeah, she got it right. Okay. So, and also, let's remember that Jesus said in Matthew 22, verse 37, that if we love the Lord our God with all our heart and also love our neighbors as ourselves, that helps us keep all of those 10 commandments. Yeah, he said that. He did. And so that's another way of us remembering how to keep God's 10 commandments, to love the Lord our God with all our hearts and love our neighbors as ourselves. Yeah, that's me and you. What do you mean? You're my neighbor. Oh, yeah, you're my neighbor too. Yeah, so you've got to love me. Yeah, and you've got to love me. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's nice, Dave. So, yeah, we're kind of attached, aren't we? Yeah, in a kind of ironic way. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Shall we have a look at our list? Oh, we're going to sing a song. So do you want to sing or do you want to have a rest? Oh, you're starting to get a bit tired, are you? So shall we let you have a rest? Yes, please. And then we're going to sing a song. So shall we say bye-bye to Dave? Bye. Bye.